Hello and welcome to the Energetic Intelligence Podcast with me, your host, Jo A. Ripley. And it's so lovely to be here again with you on video after quite a few months of being sort of gone undercover. I said to myself at the beginning of this year I was going to be really consistent, and then holiday season came. And also, I've been struggling with a really bad sciatic nerve issue, which means sitting on a chair has been absolutely debilitating. So today I have managed to sit down to be able to deliver you this podcast about the energy that's coming in for this week ahead. As usual, I always start with the 3 cards piles. So you might want to choose 1, 2, or 3 now while you sat listening to me. Are you going to choose the pile that speaks to you more than others? Use your intuition. Like I always say, using your intuition is a powerful, powerful thing. And if you want to learn how to use it even more, you definitely need to come to my event. And it's called Find Your Fuck Yes. It is part of my book launch event on the 8th of October. I would love to see you there. And we have got some new options to be able to buy a ticket in 3. So you'll be able to spread it over 3 monthly payments. And that is coming this week. So keep your eyes on the link. If you are not wanting to pay in full, you can just pay over 3 months. It is £179 in total, and that will be the actual price of the ticket when we remove the introductory offer off. So I'm looking forward to seeing as many of you there as possible to support this powerful brand new launch for me this year. It's been such an exciting year, really. Considering last year I was ready to close everything down, and then I just went for it, and I've smashed this year in, even though I've had a few little different things that have popped up, and life will life. My brother became seriously unwell, and we've had a lot to manage as a family, so it's been an interesting year this year. I don't know about you, but we still keep on keeping on, as a great mentor once said to me and taught me. And that's what I live by. Lots of people, had they had some of the challenges I may have had in the last year, I think they would have packed up and fucked off. But I've just kept on and thought, you know what? Sometimes, I'm going to say this to you, and this is really important what's coming through, it's about your self-worth and your self-value. And when you feel like you can't carry on, it's usually something to do with something along them lines. So for me, it was chronic undercharging, people pleasing. And then when I felt into my fuck yes was came through a conversation I had with my partner, actually. And he said to me one day, he said, I don't know why people argue about the prices of the things that they come to with you, because you're a nice to have thing. And I was like, what do you mean? And he went, well, he said it's a luxury, really, isn't it, to work with you? It's like a luxury. And I was like, oh yeah, it is really. It's not like gas, electric or heating. So coming to work with me is a luxury in your life, and then it becomes something that you realise that you always needed. It becomes like electricity, because energy is something that people talk about a lot, but you can't see it, yeah? But what we don't realise is we're always being influenced by it. So hence why I brought in this podcast, to help people to understand that we're always being affected by energy. And then it's took me on a bigger, deeper journey in the last couple of years. Because originally I started as an moonologer, an astrologer, and now I am qualified in human design, and I've created something really powerful called the Frequency of Her, which is all about working with human design all year round, and quantum manifesting. So it's a little bit different now. We've moved into a different energy, and it brings in all the psychology of the stuff that I understand, using some of the deeper mindset techniques. And yeah, we're just moving in a different way. So if you're on the journey, well done. I know quite a few people have joined us. And if you do want to learn how to do that, then you need to go down into the comments and click to join Frequency of Her. There's only 22 spaces. We are currently up to 8 people in there, so we'll only have 14 left, and then we close the doors, and it is currently only on an introductory offer. So if you are wanting to quantum manifest and to keep your frequency high all the time, because there isn't just manifesting, there's working with every energy, every gate that's changing, and how that impacts us, to keep us in the highest energy possible throughout this whole year, month cycles, every cycle that we go through, and also to work with the highest frequency of that energy as much as possible, because there is a shadow of all energy. So for us to work with the highest frequency, it keeps us elevated and in that higher space. And there's activations in there, there's reflective questioning and things for you to access to keep you in the space of what energy is coming through now, how can I work with it to my highest good. So I hope that has been enlightening for you. So we are going to be opening up today talking about the full moon in Capricorn. It's really freaking powerful, and there's going to be some cool stuff coming from me in my community around that, and I'm going to tell you a little bit about it so that you can understand it and set yourself up for success. If you're not able to come into any of my communities, this is for me not to gatekeep, it's for me to share everything and give from a place of abundance. And so let me overgive, and as usual, people always say to me, you're the most generous person. That came through shadow. I had to work through a lot of shadow to let go of needing to hide everything, thinking, oh, well, if they don't pay for it, why should I give it all away? And now I just give as much as I can, and that helps people, you see. Right, okay, so pile one, I'm going to start with you, pile one. We've got a little mixture of Oracle and Tarot today. So pile one, your message for this full moon, this week ahead, this time ahead, what's coming in. I feel like there's some contracts coming to an end with you. I don't know if they're like karmic cycles, or I feel as though it's like you're breaking some sort of contract. It could be that you're coming into some money, or you're starting again with some money, and it's going to help you break away from old contracts. So it could be that you've had a period of debt, or you've had some issues where you've been tied into something for a long time, so it's coming to an end because you're getting a new beginning, you see. And there's some protection being put around your money as well. So if you've been struggling with money, and this is over the next 8 weeks or so they're giving me like an 8-week timeline here, but this is messages coming in fast. It could be messages of love as well, pile one. It is all about you being more conscious about how you spend your money at the minute. This is coming up, and for you to start to speak words of abundance over your life. So speaking consciously about what you want to create in your life, and allow your mind to daydream a little bit. We were all, you remember when you were at school, people say, get back in reality. And now I'm like, no, I'm in the quantum, mate. Like, I'm proper manifesting all the time. I'm thinking about what's coming towards me. And, don't let yourself be dragged down into just human living and on the cycle going eat, sleep, repeat, eat, sleep, repeat. You need time to reflect, to daydream, to allow your mind to wander into spaces where it can create a new reality. This is why I create all these spaces, because I say people don't take time to dream, and they need to take the time out to dream, to connect with what they want to create, because if you can't create it in here, it won't have anywhere to go. It'll take you back around the old roads. So you need to stay aligned to your mission and your values of what you want to create in your life. I don't know where this is coming from, but it's just words of encouragement from spirit they're saying to me. So for whatever reason it is, they're telling you to stay aligned, keep your eyes on the prize, So pile two, let's move on to pile two. You have been procrastinating, pile twos. You've got some unfinished business that needs sorting out, and I feel like it could be with somebody. Maybe you've got a bit of beef. My spirit guides are saying like a bit of beef, so maybe there's something that you're like gonna have to fresh out. But you are going to be the victor of this. Not that I'm saying go out and have an argument with anyone, but I do feel as though it's like either someone's a bit cross, or you need to have crosswords and just get it out. It's not serious, none of these have got swords. It's just, maybe it's just something that's unfinished. It needs to be finished now, put to bed, put to rest. All your obstacles are being lifted right now, in terms of things that have been blocking you. The unfinished business could also be that you've blocked yourself on projects, and you need to ask for some help. So it's about accepting that other people have the keys to the kingdom. That's what they're saying, keys to the kingdom. So there's something, you've locked yourself out of heaven somehow. And we do that sometimes when we think, oh, that's not for us. And that'll never be available to us because we haven't got the help, we haven't got this, we haven't got the other. And it's about asking and reaching out, yeah? So it's really important. Okay, so this is the next evolution of you, pal, too. When you stand your ground, you say what you mean, you step in a new direction, and also you just take them barriers down around yourself, let people in. Sometimes I say to myself, having a good like ding dong, get it out. You know, people can realise how much you're struggling then as well. And then you don't have to have an argument about it. Just be like, do you realise how much I'm struggling? Like, and then people go, oh, I didn't realise that, you know. So we have to tell people because they're not always mind readers unless they're called Joe Ripley. Okay, right. So, pile 3, I nearly said pile 4 then. Don't know what's going on with me. You're going to be celebrating something really good. It's a surprise. And I feel like you need to save. Like, if you get some money, you need to save some of it. Don't spend it all. But there's something successful coming around. You need to have confidence in yourself a bit more. This is what they're saying, like, dress yourself up, wear nice things, help yourself feel good, put your favourite perfume on. Don't save it for a rainy day, but there's something about saving something, but don't say it's for a rainy day. So we need to acknowledge that there may be some abundance after a period of hardship, and something's coming in. There's celebrations around you, good news, good tidings, and you need to stay visualizing success in your life, abundance in your life, and you need to organize your life ready for it coming as well. So if you've been in a bit of a lull, which I suspect you have, pile 3, it's because you've not prepared your life for the changes that are coming yet. So you need to go out there and you need to, it's like, organise your office like I need to, right? Or do the things that prepare you for success. This could be doing your accounts. It could be getting your house in order. It could be setting a table up for 2 if you want a new romantic partner. We need to prepare for the things that come into our lives before they arrive. And like I always say, as I said in Paid for Your Power, it's be, do, have, not have, do, be. And people do it backward, try and do it backwards, and it doesn't work. This is why people win millions and then they go back to being in poverty. So we need to be it first. The identity is the most important part. And so if you enjoyed Paid for Your Power, or have I got something coming for you? I've got something for you. Something's launching on Monday. You're going to love it. Love, 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 love. Keep your eyes on my socials, my stories, everything, okay? Because there is stuff coming and you're not going to believe it. By the end of this year, I think I'm just going to go like that. I might take myself on holiday for Christmas. That's if I can get there. Hope this back gets itself sorted out by then. Let's put it into the universe. It's all done and dusted. Okay, so this full moon in Capricorn's coming on Monday. How are you feeling about it? Like, are you feeling excited? See, Capricorn it represents to me the halfway point between the year as well. So this full moon in Capricorn, if you think back to what you set your intentions in January, if you came into one of my earlier programs called Plot Twist in January, you will have set some powerful intentions. Maybe it's time to go and have a look at them, see which ones have already come true, see which ones you can give a bit of life to, resurrect your January wishes, go find them, right? And have a look and see which ones you can tick off. And I want you to celebrate, right? Do you know what? People do not celebrate enough, right? Good stuff in their life. So I have, in Paid for Your Power, I said there's a song and it says, celebrate good times, come on, right? So I want you to start to celebrate how far you've come. Maybe put that song on, jump up and down and be like, oh my God, right? It's almost July. Look how far I've come this year, right? And I'm just glad I kept on keeping on. And I think quite a few other people are glad I kept on keeping on as well. I'm on my way to a VIP day today to help someone with their business. Like, I've kept on keeping on. I've done really well, and I'm helping other people to do really well now. That's the side product of doing really well, that you can help other people to do really well. So, celebrate. Yeah, and this one is all about being in joy. So it's activating a gate in human design that actually elevates our joy of living. Okay, so it's about living in joy as much as possible, and it's about celebrating your accomplishments, being in joy about your accomplishments, and for me, it's about living in the now. I keep saying this thing at the moment, and I don't know where it's come from. I don't know how it's landed in my head, but I just keep saying to people, the magic is in the moment. When you've lost the moment, you've lost the magic. Okay, particularly for manifesting generators, you need to be in the moment. Okay, and so it's about a reclamation of joy. And in my full moon activation that I'm going to be doing, the quantum manifesting, it's going to be about releasing anything that's not joy. Yeah, so and moving into more of that joyful frequency, and carrying that more than we carry the other. Because the thing is, if I was getting you to carry these emotions every day and you held them in your hands, one would be very heavy. Anything that's not joy. Joy's quite light. Yeah, so you'd have one hand up here and one hand down there, and eventually you'd just get sick of it and you'd just want to throw both your arms up and go, yeah, I'm in joy. So it's about being able to move yourself in the direction you want to be in, and finding yourself thinking more and more about joy, more than you think about anything else. And sometimes, I know, because my back's been where I didn't want it to be, but that's moving through now and staying in that energy of, as soon as I've got the time to do it, as soon as I've got the energy to move, as soon as I'm in joy, I'm moving in a different direction, creating joy as soon as I can, getting into the energy of satisfaction. So whatever your not self is, noticing what that is and starting to move yourself and pivot in a different direction. Okay, so really reclaim your joy. And that full moon is actually taking place at sort of just past midnight into Tuesday morning, so it's not really Monday, but you'll feel it really ramp up on the Monday. And Capricorn is the doing energy. It's really powerful, sort of do, and we've got the Mercury Retrograde in Cancer also. So this is an interesting, because when you get the full moon, you get the push-pull of Cancer, Capricorn, and Cancer is like the homemaker. It wants to stay at home. Capricorn wants to work. And you often see when people come to see me and they'll say, what was I in my past life? And I'll be like, oh, you're a homemaker now, because in your past life, when you were Capricorn, the opposite ends of the spectrum, so you tend to go between one life and another, experiencing these extremes. Well, the full moon, it sort of brings us into that push-pull energy. So and I'll get to where I'm going with this in a minute, but it's interesting how people they fall back into old patterns. So sometimes I'll say to people, notice the pattern, right? So is the pattern overworking? And if you've got a South Node in Capricorn, you probably had a previous life working really, really hard. And the opposite is in North Node, which is Cancer. Yeah, so Cancer is like the homemaker, taking care of the children, the family, the nurturer. If you're not got children, it's like taking care of everything for everybody, the carer, the maternal energy, more moon rulership rather than that the opposite, which is the Capricorn energy, which is very much doing, being. So with this full moon, you get a lot of the both frequencies, where it's like, do I stay at home or do I go to work? And it's very hot at the minute. I think getting the balance right is really important. We're being asked to step into joy, to embrace the moment. A lot of people do the whole journey when thing, when I'm there, I will feel, and they don't feel any different when they get there. And what they realise is the journey is the destination eventually. That's what I had to realise as well. I only speak from experience. This is lived experience, by the way, and it wasn't easy to find this lived experience. That's why I know it's mine. A lot of people say to me all the time, you need to share your sources about where you get your information. I'm like, it's lived experience, I've literally studied and trained for years and years and years. I've read loads of books. I couldn't sit here and tell you exactly what I got one line out of a book for astrology, it's just been a cumulative effect of understanding over the years. It's like being a nurse, you read the Royal Marsden and you read all the different books. You don't sit there quoting it, unless you do. That's not anything I've ever come across anyway. But I'm not here to prove myself to anybody. I'm just here to give the information. So Mercury retrograde in Cancer is going to bring a real reconnection to the home, family. And if you think about emotions might rise as well over the next few weeks for people. So your emotional life might feel like a seesaw, going up and going down. This is until July 23rd. So we've got quite a bit of time here where it's going to be causing a bit of mayhem. It is time to let go of clutter in your home, tidy things up, get your environment how you want it. Be careful if you're ordering things that you don't get the things that you asked for as well, particularly. Yeah, it's just about cleaning up energetically as well, emotionally. So this full moon is like almost asking us to like release old emotions, maybe around family, maybe ancestral patterns, woundings. So any of that stuff that's coming up, like I would be looking at shedding some of those things if I was you. And, you know, you can use the water element. Water's an amazing element to work with under this. Or you could use the earth element. And you could use both if you wanted to. So, you know, think about how you're going to release yourself of that energy and, you know, use the elements to help with that. Okay. So, the moon is in Capricorn that day. And there is a void of course right up till 8:18. As always, we don't start new things in the Mercury retrograde. I did plan my launch before, and I'm going to be releasing it in the morning before it. So we are in the shadow, but I've been talking about this for ages anyway, and I've planned it for ages. Spirit won't leave me alone about it. Like I was like teetering, and then I just kept hearing it's coming back. And I'm like, oh, right, I've got to do it. Okay, so it's hard when you're led by such a powerful force because you're like, it's Mercury retrograde. And they're like, get it out. Okay. I'm doing as I'm told. This is why I live to be, the channel. So the moon is square Neptune up until 5:10 p.m. So a little bit of imbalance there. The moon in Capricorn wants to work. Neptune wants to daydream. Could be a little bit of conflict. So plan your time accordingly there if you want to be productive. But remember, you know, the full moon is asking, do you want to be productive or do you want to spend time with your family? And the retrograde is saying, spend time with your family. So where you can, do the invitations, you know, extend the invitation, go for dinner. It's all about the dinners together and the socialization and the connection heart to heart, yeah? So Tuesday is the 30th of June and it is actually the full moon here, but you will feel it throughout the Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. We always say like full moons, it's like 2 or 3 days before, 2 or 3 days after, 2.5 usually either side. But you can still work with it. So just be aware of what you're letting go of and what you're releasing, what you're celebrating, okay? And then we're moving into this waning energy. So this is like where it starts to get smaller in the sky. We go into disseminating moon energy after the full moon energy. So this is bringing us into the time where we educate, we teach, we tell people about what we're doing. It is, you know, still a good time to move on things in the morning. Although saying that after the VOC's there, so void of course comes in 12:50 to 20:32. This isn't a good time to start new things, but you could do some things in the morning. Just make sure you set the right intention to do it. Make sure you do it right. Yeah, do it with integrity because the moon is square Saturn there. So if you're making any moves, make sure you don't piss off your boss or do any, you know, do it right. If you're going to do it right, do it right the first time. And then we've got Jupiter moving into the sign of Leo. So every year Jupiter moves signs and it's moving out of Cancer into Leo. So this is a powerful time and I'm actually loving this because I'm Libra rising and it means it's moving into my 11th house of community. So it's come out of my career sector and it's done a good job of that. I'm really proud. So well done, Jupiter. It is a lucky planet. And so it moves in for a year. If you don't know your chart, then you need to come and work with me. You need to come into my academy because we are learning astrology from this Monday. So they are going to get access to learning all about their astrology, and I'm going to be putting in a massive program in there all about astrology worth over £2,000, so they can learn to read charts when their clients come to them, which is something that I cannot wait. So Aquarius is taking place after 2032. So the Aquarius moon is coming in. But with the Jupiter, I'm just going to talk you through different signs, because different signs are going to have different outcomes. So Leo, you're ready to have a glow up. This is your year for a glow up. But do be careful. Jupiter going into your first house can actually bring on excess weight. So it almost, can, make you bigger. I said that to my partner because he's Leo rising. I was like, you need to watch your waistline this year. And he was like, well, anything good happen? I was like, yeah, you're having a glow up. It's all eyes on you, baby. Okay, so Leo risings, it's not bad. Just be careful, eat some healthy stuff, yeah? Go for walks in this beautiful weather if you can. Cancer, yous lot are just gonna be killing it, aren't you, for this next year? Like property, cash, possessions, self-value, like self-love. Like this is your year of your glow up as well, but financially. Geminis, yours is all about communication and connecting with other people as well, maybe in your local community, with your siblings. It could also be writing, anything where you can get on the radio, publishing, like writing stuff, using your voice. It could be standing on stages speaking, or speaking is going to be really powerful for you. So yeah, Gemini, that's where your money's coming in. So you need to get yourself out there, be the leader. Leo energy is all about being the leader. Yeah. So for you, it's your third house that's being activated. Okay. Taurus, it's your home and family that are going to be needing your love and support this year, and maybe where it expands you a little bit. And Aries, for you, it's creativity, expression, performance, and the joy that comes from that, really stepping into your leadership power, Aries. So I'm looking forward to hearing about this for many of my Aries friends. And then Pisces, you're getting luck in your actual daily life, your health, and also you get some extra luck in terms of like work, career. So yeah, just watch where that comes in. Aquarius, it's love and relationships, partnerships, business partnerships. So you maybe see some luck in those zones. For Capricorns, it's going to be a deep transformation for you. So you're maybe going into your spirituality a little bit more, or maybe even coming into money through your family. Or people that you know, other people's money as well. So this could mean that your business is on the up and people bringing lots of money. It could be contracts as well to do with business. So just, look. Sagittarius, this is going to be about travel and publishing for you. So any opportunities to travel, this is your time to shine, baby. And also for you to take the world stage. So to be seen across, like get yourself out there, get a podcast going. Yeah, this is your time. Scorpio, you're going to be seeing an upswing in your career and the way that people see you. So maybe getting a real pay rise, or something that you're known for as well. And then Libras, which is me, Libra rising. This is all about the wish zone being activated. Like I was like, my wish is being activated. Thank you. Hallelujah. It is all about community building, which is something that I'm absolutely passionate about for the next year or so. It's also about getting on the stages. It's about connecting with people. It's about networking. It's about fame. So if you want to go out there and you want to build something that is recognized and you want to be seen, this is the time to get out there. Do the big things. Go on, Libras. You can do it. I know you can. And Virgo, your luck comes in a deeper spiritual journey, and also maybe a few solo quests. Maybe you're off on a few like little retreats by yourself, Virgo risings, and you're ready to just feel the joy of just being on this transformational journey for yourself and deepening your spiritual path. And maybe understanding more about wealth energetics, and yeah, maybe like for you, I just get this sense of like it's like going within to bring all the gold out, that people need. So yeah, I'm just so looking forward to how this Jupiter energy like really expands people in so many ways. So let me know your thoughts. Put some comments below, like if any of that resonates with you. Like maybe you could see where the Cancer energy was bringing luck for you. Maybe if you know a little bit about your chart and like what was affecting it. Maybe there's planets in there that would be, because obviously like I can only give a brief overview. I'm not looking at your own charts right now, but based on where things are moving, I can give you a brief summary. Brief summary. But if there was other things going on in your houses, it's worth having a look at Cancer and seeing what was going on, like what it highlighted maybe for you for the last year. Okay, so Wednesday is the 1st of July. White rabbits, white rabbits, white rabbits. Blah, 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 blah. I can't say it. White rabbits, white rabbits, white rabbits. You think I would be able to say it being a singer, wouldn't you? We are getting a new change in the human design gates. So we are moving into the energy of recalibration. This is where people need to shift into the power of faith. Faith. You gotta have faith, faith, faith. I gotta have faith, faith, faith. And we're going to be asked to be moving more into this energy coming from next year as well. So it's really important for us to start to recognize that we need to be more in faith than we are in fear. And there may be some things coming around resources. So we need to be careful with our resources like water and all the rest of it, because there could be some challenges coming up there in and around abundance. Okay, so the moon is opposite Mercury up until 12:47. Basically the advice from me I wrote down there was don't be hasty, take your time. Mercury is retrograding as well, so don't send the email unless you've read it twice, okay? Like I said, moon is in Aquarius. This is all about community building, connection, networking, humanitarianism, wishes being... I always say Aquarius is like the wish zone, yeah? So this is cool for people if you are an Aquarius moon. So we've got the moon opposite Jupiter. This is, just, again, it's like, don't be belligerent. Don't argue with the law. Give me a rule upon yourselves, you lot, this week. So 9:12 p.m. that's taking place up until, so it's going to be quite a long period of time. But so don't be getting into conflicts this day. If you can avoid it, avoid it. Thursday, the 2nd of July. We've got some nice energy here, actually. Pretty much in the morning. And then I'm just looking through into, some good energy very early on in the morning and up until like 5 o'clock in the morning. And then after that, it's like people having outbursts of emotion right through. We've got like energy into the Friday that is basically like moon opposite Venus. So it's like making people feel really insecure. People are not being very rational with their desires and their needs. So it could be Thursday into Friday is like a bit of a strange one. The moon is in Aquarius all day on Thursday and there is no void of course. So you're all right doing things like if you're putting something new out. Although saying that, in the Venus energy, we just need to be careful we don't piss off women in particular. And don't overspend, splurging, emotional splurges. We need to be careful of those. And then Friday, I've started to call them fuck yes Fridays. What are you doing that's a fuck yes on Friday? Let me know in the comments. We are in Aquarius all day until the void of course happens at 18:27 till the end of the day. So maybe your fuck yes Friday is getting a tub of Haagen-Dazs, putting your feet up and watching a good movie. Maybe that's going to be mine. I don't know. Oh, no, it won't be because I'm with my friend. But that'll be even good. That's my fuck yes Friday. Saturday the 4th, we do have Pisces moon after 07:29. So void of course is still there to 07:29. And we've got some powerful, like, things happening over the next couple of days, like a lot of planetary shifts, connections. We've got Mars conjunct Uranus here, so you'll start feeling that on the Friday. Mars is the planet of war. Uranus is very unpredictable. They're both in the sign of Gemini. Gemini is communication, so written, spoken, any way. So there could be a lot of things. And travel as well, so a lot of travel disruptions, maybe travel changes, impulsivity on the road. Take your time, relax, you don't need to rush. We all get there. Follow the rules. Follow the rules of the road, follow the rules where you're going, and don't get into too many arguments. Yeah, so it feels like there's going to be opportunities here for people to get into conflict quite a bit. There's lots of rapid changes, unexpected challenges throughout the day with the moon square Uranus up until 2:59, and then later on we've got the moon squaring Mars. So moody, passionate. I just wrote on there, don't make war, make love. Because just let that channel that passion somewhere else there, up until the afternoon there. And then we've got some bigger energies coming in with this Pisces moon. Hopefully that'll dampen things down a little bit over the coming days, the Saturday and the Sunday, because Pisces it's very sort of wishy-washy. It's the only way to describe it. But emotionally, people might feel things a lot more, but I do, because it's very sensitive, but I do think it's also got that, Pisces got a very calming, healing energy as well, so hopefully it'll work to help us rather than push against us. So Mars sextile Neptune, Mars is in Gemini, and Mars has moved into Gemini, so we have to be careful of our words, because like heated words could get, start coming out over the next few weeks. But with Neptune and the sextile, it's quite a nice, harmonious energy. And the things that I wrote down here were the door is open, walk through it, take action on your dreams that you've been sitting on. So there's something for people maybe feeling more activated about leadership and guiding themselves, self-leadership. We've got the sun trine the moon at 09:01, and this is bringing in a little bit more balance from all the craziness that's been going on. So hopefully this is going to have brought itself over from Saturday as well, because some of these energies you'll be able to feel, like the Mars sextile Neptune just before, and the sun trine the moon just like from Saturday through into Sunday. So that's giving us a little bit more peace, more balance. The Pisces moon bringing in the healing, the calm, maybe a little bit of emotion though, so just be aware if that's okay. If I always say like crying's really healthy for us, so and then we've got Mars trine Pluto there, and I did write down here, eager to deal with things, confidence and energy for dealing with money and taxes. So maybe some of you are going to be dealing with some things that need to be sorted out. And so Mars is doing a little bit of ding ding today. It's like ding 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 ding, and everything it pings off, it's bringing in action taking energy. Okay, so Pluto's transformation, so it's all about transforming things, and Mars gives you the energy to do that in a positive way. In a trine, it's nice and it feels softer. It's easy, so it'll be easy to get things done and get things finished, and that should be taking you right over to the end of Sunday, where you'll be able to have brought all these energies through, work with them, and hopefully end your week feeling refreshed. So maybe there's some jobs that need doing on Sunday that are just going to help you to put things to bed before you start a new fresh week on the Monday. But like I said, don't work too hard. It's all about joy. It's all about happiness. And it's all about living in your highest timeline, your highest self. Because the thing is, only your good things, your blessings can only get to you when you live in your highest frequency. So I hope that you have a blessed week. I hope you go and have a look at all the links and all the goodies that we've got going on at the minute. Hope you go and take the psychic quiz as well. If you haven't took the psychic quiz yet, go and take that. And let me know what you get as your result, because this is really cool. And any comments are welcome. I'll have a look at those and respond. And I'm just so grateful. Share this with your friends. I am back. And it's getting easier to record on these. So I'm hoping that I'm going to be able to get a month ahead. That's speaking I don't know if I'm speaking too soon here. I'm not making promises. I'm not allowed to make promises anyway. I've got an undefined heart centre. Okay, take care of yourselves. Have a great week ahead. And make sure you follow me everywhere on every platform. Take care. Bye.